Hello and welcome to Concepts World. At Concepts World, we come up with concepts and their application across different topics like marketing, finance, career development, and tech. Today's topic is how to read credit report. Now, if you like the video, share and subscribe it so that maximum people can learn from this video. It's an important topic if you want to understand your credit score, how to improve it, and so on. Now this video will help you to read your credit report, which is available at CIBIL's website. Now by understanding this report, you will know what all areas can be improved for a better credit score. So check out this video, watch till the end, and you will also get some thought starters or tips in between which will help you to understand this concept better. So again, like I said, watch till the end as there are some tips for analyzing the credit report that we have put which will help you to improve the credit score. Now, if we look at the concept and application of credit score, there are four important points. First is why maintaining or improving your credit score is important. So we should know this, that why it is important that we should learn this or apply this. Second is what all factors affect your credit scores. So there are some factors which affect a credit score and you should know them. So for both of these points, we have make a video. Link is there. You can see and check out the video to know what all affects the credit score. So these 2 points we have covered in that video. Third point is how to read your credit report, which we will cover today. And fourth is steps to improve your credit score, which we will create a video so that you can take the steps and improve your credit score. So let's jump on to today's topic, which is how to read your credit report. So whenever you download the credit report from the CIBIL's website, there are 5 important sections. So we will first look at the sections. First is personal information. Second is contact information. Third is employment information. Fourth is account information. And fifth is inquiry information. So these are the 5 main section of the report. Now in personal information, you should check whether everything is correct or not. So your name should be correct. Your email ID should be correct. So all that things should be correct. In contact information, where your address, where you have lived, the office address, and your email ID will be in the contact information. So you should see whether it is also correct or not. Third is employment. So this will inform you that where do you work, which is your company. This might or might not be correct, but it is not that useful, so you can live with it. The fourth section, which is account information, is the most important section. And this is the section which will take care of your good or bad credit score. Also, you should be able to understand this account information so that you can improve your credit score. So it will have every information about the loans that you have taken, which you have fully paid, which you have not fully paid, the credit card which you have taken. So everything will be here. Fifth is the inquiry information. So whenever you take a loan and whenever you request for a credit card from a bank or a financial institution, basically bank ask or check your credit score from the CIBIL. Now whenever they ask from CIBIL, basically this information, whichever bank has asked, is listed in the inquiry information. This is a section which you should check that what all banks or what all financial institution are checking about your CIBIL score. Now we will have that whether it will affect your credit score or not. This we have provided in the bonus tips. So let's look at the most important section, which is the account information. So in account information, there are different fields and you should know what these fields are and what they mean. So first field is high credit. Now the field position may be different, but these are the fields which are there. So you can look at the report and check whether that field is there or not. So first field which I want to talk about is high credit. Now high credit is the highest amount ever billed. on your credit card. So suppose you are using the credit card from the last 1 year, and in last 1 year, because you pay it monthly, the highest ever bill which you have paid on your credit card is 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs will be in the field of high credit. That is the highest amount billed. Second field which we will look at is repayment tenure. Now this is the tenure of your loan. You should always read this field with frequency of payment. So suppose for example, if it is written that repayment tenure is 24 and in the frequency field it is written monthly, it means that the loan is for 2 years. How you come at 2 years? Because 24 months means 2 years, because every year has 12 months. So by this you will get to know what is the repayment tenure. Now one is sanction amount. Now sanction amount is the actual loan disbursed to you. Now this will not apply for the credit card. So suppose if you apply for a car loan and the bank, when you applied, has sanctioned suppose 5 lakhs, then that 5 lakhs is basically the sanction amount. Now we come to the fourth field, which is the settlement amount. So suppose borrower took a loan of 100 rupees and later it has been disputed. Now when something has been disputed, suppose the borrower is not paying the loan, or he has said that I have not taken 100 rupees, I have taken lesser amount. It means there's a dispute between lender and borrower. If you want to know who is a lender, who is a borrower, again you can check our video on interest. The link is at the top. You can check it anytime. Now in the case of dispute, borrower and lender settles the dispute because lender needs the money, and suppose borrower is now willing to give 80 rupees. So while there is 100 rupees as per loan, but now because of dispute, borrower said I will only pay 80 rupees, then this settlement amount is 80 rupees. So this field means this. Next field is suit filed or willful default. Now suppose a lender has filed a case against you, then there is a format which RBI has given. So all the information will come here. So we'll get to know whether anybody has filed a suit against you. Sixth point is EMI. So which is, EMI everybody knows is the amount that you pay monthly on loan. So that EMI will come here. Now we look at the seventh information, which is the current balance. Now current balance is the amount that you still owe to a lender. Now this information basically takes around 1 month. The financial institution tells CIBIL that he has paid. So it takes around 1 month. So what happens, suppose you have taken a loan of again 5 lakhs and you have paid 4 lakhs. 1 lakh is still you owe. So that current balance will show 1 lakh. So that information comes here. The next is credit limit. So this basically, whenever you take a credit card, every credit card comes with a credit limit. So that credit limit will be listed here. Next point is collateral. So collateral can be anything. It can be house, it can be your bike, it can be your car. So basically whenever you buy or whenever you take a loan from a lender, sometimes you have to give security in terms of collateral. So that collateral will be listed here. So this field will have the collateral. Moving on, cash limit. So whenever you take credit card, of course there is a credit limit and of course there is a cash limit. So if in emergency you need cash, so you can withdraw cash from the credit card. So that cash limit will be listed here. Next is amount overdue. So basically if you have not paid any amount to lender at a particular time, or if you have defaulted on it, it will be listed here. Next is control number. So this is the report number which you will find at the left hand side at the top of the report. So suppose if you want to raise a dispute or if you want to have a query with the CIBIL, this is the report number. It is like a PAN number for you, which is different, which is unique for every consumer. Next is actual payment amount. Now actual is basically the actual amount you pay to a lender. So it may or may be different from EMI, but this is the actual amount you are paying to repay your loan. Now moving on, these are some of the fields. Next is written off amount. So suppose there's a dispute and lender has waived off or written off any principal amount, so that amount will be listed here. Now you know, whenever you pay back the loan, there's a principal amount and there's an interest amount. So in written off amount principal, only principal will come. In written off amount total, principal and interest both comes. So this is the only difference between these two fields. Then there's also a field called written off status. Now if it is populated, means if something is written here, there can be three things. One is loan has been restructured. So there's a restructuring of loan which happens whenever there's a dispute. So if it is structured, it will be listed here. Or loan is written off, which means it has been waived off. So it will be written here. And the third part is it is settled with the lender. So there is some discussion happened between the lender and the borrower and it has been settled. So these points will be listed here. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. I know these are a lot number of fields, but trust me, whenever you go to CIBIL and read your credit report, this video will help you to understand each and every field. To improve the CIBIL score, it is not only important to know the steps, but if there is something wrong in the credit report, which means that the CIBIL is getting a wrong information, and hence it has become very important that you should know what is the credit report. So go through it. If you are not able to understand it in the first go through the video again and check the fields and understand the fields so that you know that what that field means. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section and we will provide an answer. Now we come to the payment status. Now in the payment status, which you will find monthly, there are different nomenclature used and there's a meaning of each and every nomenclature. So if it is written STD, it means you are doing the payment within 90 days. So if there is more than 90 days, then it is called as NPA, which is non-performing assets, which is not a good thing for you. But if the account is overdue for more than 90 days, then it only comes. Then second is SMA, which is special account created. It means that account is moving towards substandard. Now what is substandard? If it has remained NPA for 12 months. So suppose if for 12 months you have not paid your loan or not paid your EMI, then it becomes an NPA and sub account, which is a bad indicator for the credit score. DBT is doubtful. This means that in subcategory, which means it is an NPA, it is again in this category for 12 months. So basically for 12 months, it is in the subcategory account. Next is LSS, which is loss, which means that in this account is a default and the money can't come back. So this is the field which means loss. XXX means information has not been shared with the bank. So if the financial institution is not sharing information with the CIBIL, it means information has not been shared with the CIBIL or with the bank. Now we come to the last. So after this, you know what all the fields mean. Now we understand what is good and what is bad when you check the credit report. So some of the bonus tips which we want to give you is, suppose we know there's an inquiry section, okay? Now if more inquiries are done by the banks, now whenever inquiry is done by a bank, these are called hard queries and it will affect your CIBIL score negatively. So if in the inquiry section you will find some of the bank's name from where you have taken loan or credit card, but if the bank is asking the CIBIL score again and again, it means there is something wrong and it affects your credit score negatively, which also means that lender is cautious about your profile. They are suspicious that whether the borrower will be able to give me back money or not. So just check in this section whether any bank or any financial institution is checking on your status again and again. That is one. Second is, if the payment status is 000, XXX or STD, then it is fine. There is nothing to worry. Otherwise, if there is anything else which we have said, rather it can be SMA, SUB, DBT, LSS, then it's a negative indicator on your credit report. Now you should check each and every value which we have told you at the start of the video. Check each and everything. Every information should be right. In case you are not finding anything right, just contact CIBIL and tell them that this information is incorrect, because it might affecting your credit report negatively. Now, one thing which I want to tell you is, and which is a tip, is always check what is debt to income ratio. So I will explain you. In your credit report, just check what all EMIs you are paying. So suppose you do an addition of all the EMIs, it is coming around 20,000. Now suppose your salary is 50,000 and 20,000 you are paying as EMI, which means you are basically paying 40% as your EMI. Now this, you are at the margin. So debt to income ratio should be around 30 to 40%. Suppose your income is 50,000 and you are paying EMI 40,000, it will affect your credit score negatively, because you are paying around 80%, which is 40,000 of your income as EMI, which is basically your repayment, your loan, which is a bad indicator. Now if your credit score is below 720, means you can improve it. We will recommend you that you check your credit report at least a quarter and go through all the fields, check whether everything is done, so there should be no mistake. And one thing which we receive query again and again, that suppose if I am the consumer and I am checking my credit score from Paisa Bazaar or from CIBIL, then whether it will affect my score negatively? No, it will not affect your score negatively, because these are called soft inquiries. So whenever a consumer asks for CIBIL report, which is a good practice, it is not, or it will not affect the credit score, because it is soft inquiry. So these are some of the tips which we want to give you. We have also gone through all the fields and how to understand it. I hope you like this video. I hope you understand your CIBIL report after going through video. If you like it, if you like the explanation, subscribe it so that you don't miss any new topic that we are coming with, and also share it with your friends so that they also know how to improve the credit score and how to read the credit score. So congrats, you have learned a new concept today. Stay updated and stay safe. Wish you best of luck. Thank you.